It's dinner time and your stomach is rumbling. You're craving sushi. So, you get in your car, you drive to the nearest sushi restaurant, you sit down and eventually enjoy your delicious sushi roll. But what if it wasn't so hard? What if you didn't have to leave your house? What if you could make it yourself? Today, I will be sharing with you my knowledge on how to make sushi. My dad has been making sushi for me ever since I can remember. When I became old enough, I loved being his sous chef and helping him with whatever he needed. Over time, I've learned so much from him as he has continuously perfected this craft. Sushi is a lot easier to make than people think. It requires only 3 important steps: having the right tools, having the right ingredients, and having the knowledge on how to make the roll. First, let's talk about the necessary tools. The tools that you will need are a sushi knife, a bamboo mat, and a wet rag. The sushi knife is the most important tool to get right. MakeMySushi.com, a popular website with recipes and instructions on how to make hundreds of rolls, says that you need to use a long and sharp knife for the cutting. Without your sushi knife, this roll will end up crushed and looking like it's falling apart. The next tool you will need is a bamboo mat. The bamboo mat helps with the rolling aspect of your sushi. A tip that Shinto Japanese Steakhouse, a restaurant that holds their own instructive classes on how to make sushi, recommends wrapping your mat in plastic wrap to avoid getting any pieces of rice stuck in the cracks. Lastly, the wet rag. The wet rag will help whenever you're cutting the sushi to clean off your knife and even to wipe off your fingers when they get a little bit too messy. Next, let's look at the ingredients you will need to make the perfect roll. The ingredients you will need are rice, nori, and whatever you want to put in your sushi roll. The sushi rice is one of the most important ingredients. According to vocabulary.com, sushi comes from a Japanese word meaning sour rice. Now don't let this scare you, this is only because you add rice vinegar into the rice to create that specific taste. You want to be sure to use your rice at about room temperature so that you get the best taste and texture out of it. The next ingredient is nori. Nori is just edible seaweed that comes in sheets. This helps hold the whole entire roll together. And the other ingredients are whatever you want to put in your roll. Today I will be making a California roll, so I have imitation crab, cucumber, and avocado. Finally, let's figure out how to make a sushi roll. Now that the tools and ingredients are covered, all you have to know is how to put them to use. First, you're going to get your nori with the rough side up. Going to wet your fingers to make sure the rice doesn't stick to them. You're going to spread the rice out gently across the nori, being sure not to smush the rice. And when you're done, it should look like this. Now with your work in progress, you're going to flip it over and add your ingredients. First, I'm placing down the imitation crab, and next the avocado. And lastly, the cucumber. And now it's time to roll. An important tip to remember is best said by Escoffier, School of Culinary Arts. When it comes to rolls that won't stay closed, the biggest issue tends to be the fact that your sushi is overstuffed. So, you want to make sure that you don't have too many ingredients inside the sushi roll, or this next part is going to be especially tough. You're going to grab the edge of your bamboo mat and try to get the end of your sushi to cover the ingredients tightly. Going to squeeze it and then finish the roll. Lastly, squeeze it all together. And then it's time to cut. You want to be sure to wet your knife. Helps it glide easier. You want to cut it in 6 to 8 pieces. And at the end, it should look like this. And that's all you need to know to make your own sushi at home. Today I've shared with you my knowledge on how to make sushi. All you need is the right ingredients, the right tools, and the right skills. Before this, you probably had never even thought about making sushi. Just the thought of it might have seemed too complex for you. But by sharing my instructions, I hope that you'll give it a try. Now maybe you won't have to drive to the sushi restaurant, sit down, wait for your roll. You can stay home, make a satisfying and appetizing meal.